Sean here at Cobourg Taekwondo, and in today's video, we are going to go over the things that you don't want to do if you want to be a good martial arts student. Now, a quick disclaimer before we get right to it. A lot of these things that we'll be talking about today, some of them I have personally dealt with students, as well as a bunch of my martial arts friends that run academies all across North America and Europe. We have had a lot of discussion about all the don't do these things if you want to be a good martial artist. So let's get right to it. Tip number one, don't be the person that is the know-it-all, the person that already thinks they know everything, they know all the moves, all the techniques, and all that stuff. In reality, if you knew it all, why are you at the academy? Why are you at the dojo or the dojang? Why are you in class? If you truly know what instructors and masters are teaching, why are you here? So don't be that jerk that thinks they know everything. Next one I want to cover is don't be that guy that wants to be the instructor or teacher. They act like the instructor or teacher in class. Meaning, so when they're working with a partner, they're acting as if they know everything, they know more than what the instructor does. Or maybe you're drilling a certain technique, they're spending too much time talking and explaining it to you, when in reality they know it and you're the one that doesn't. You need to just be quiet, do what you're told. That's how you learn. There's a reason why there's an instructor in class teaching you, so make sure you listen to them. Don't be that guy that tries to teach a different technique than what the technique that's being taught or practiced. Too many times I've seen where a student, they came from another martial arts or they saw something online, and instead of practicing a technique that we're practicing in the class, they're trying to get somebody else to do the technique that they want to do and not the one that the instructor is teaching. Don't be that person. There's a reason why you're in that class in the first place. So respect your instructor and teacher and teach or practice the technique, and don't be teaching somebody else something else when you're not supposed to. Don't be that guy or gal that loses their anger. They get angry, they lose their cool, they get mad, they get frustrated because they can't remember something, or they did something wrong, or maybe they get frustrated with a partner, where they get hit accidentally in sparring, or it's just like I said, something went wrong. They get mad, they get angry, they swear, they cuss, they blame everybody else. Don't be that guy. Nobody wants to be around the idiot that loses their cool. Yes, martial art will help you with anger management, but as martial art instructors and masters, we can only do so much to help you. You have to be willing to help you. It is not our job to remind you to keep your cool. Don't be that person that hurts your training partner or anybody else. We all know every school, or every so often, you get that one or two people that seems to hurt anybody. Whether they're just working technique with them, they're being a little bit rough, whether they're sparring, they're hitting too hard. Nobody wants to train with somebody that's being a jerk and being abusive and being, just hurting people. Don't be the person that hurts people, because ultimately you're going to run out of training partners. Your instructor is going to end up kicking you out of the school. And you're going to have a long reputation, because that reputation will follow you from school to school. Don't be that person that is hard to work with and you don't let your partners learn the techniques that you're working. So whether it be self-defense techniques, arm bars, wrist locks, shoulder lock, whether it be certain sparring combinations, kicking combinations, don't be the person that doesn't allow your partner to actually know what it feels like to do a technique. Yeah, over time you want to apply a little bit of system to make it a little more difficult for your partner, but at the learning stage, your first learning technique, you need to allow your partner to learn the technique, be able to apply the technique on you so they know what it feels like to properly apply that technique. Sometimes you get these people that they're maybe they're a little bit stronger than their partner that they're working with, and just not letting them get the technique. Not a good idea. Don't be a jerk. Let your partner learn the technique and then properly increase the intensity a little bit so it's a little bit more difficult, but you still allow them to eventually get that particular technique that you're working on. Don't be That person, that's the gym hopper. The person that literally, they hop from one gym to another, learning different techniques or different styles, and then they'll come into your class, or you go to your master's class, your instructor's class, and like you're trying all these other techniques that you learned at the dojo or dojo down the school, and this other school that you went to, and this other school, like you're not being loyal to one particular school or style. The best thing to do if you're new to martial art, stick with one style and learn. And actually a lot of martial arts schools nowadays, they have a base style, like here at Cobourg Tae Kwon Do, we have Taekwondo as our base style, but we incorporate jiu-jitsu and kempo and karate and boxing, kickboxing and weapons and judo. Like we incorporate a lot of different martial arts on top of our base martial art, but you have to become proficient at a base martial art before adding all this other stuff. And it's also a matter of loyalty. You know, an instructor takes on a student. We are giving you everything that we have, and we expect you to be loyal because we're, taking our time and our knowledge and passing it on to you, and if you're just bouncing all over the place, that's not cool. Don't be that person that blames everybody else for your mistake. Not just in martial arts, but in life in general, don't be that person. But in martial arts, a lot of times, somebody will get hit by accident, they'll do a technique wrong, maybe they get a little bit hurt, and they blame everybody else. But, so if you look at it a lot of times, that one person is the only person that's making mistakes or getting hurt, yet they're blaming everybody else. If everybody else is not making those mistakes, or everybody else is not getting hurt, you might want to look at yourself. So don't be the person that's blaming everybody else. Maybe you need to look at yourself first. Alright, this next one, everybody knows this one. Don't be that guy or gal that thinks they are better than everybody else. Everybody hates the people that don't have humility, they don't have modesty, they're arrogant, they're loud. They're in your face, they think they're better, they think their technique's better, they think, maybe because they do competition versus somebody that doesn't do competition, that you're better just because of that, or because they're a higher belt, they're better than you. Nobody likes somebody that's arrogant, that thinks they're better. The best thing to do is to be humble in your training, and if you want somebody to look up to you, be a leader by example. Don't be arrogant, don't force yourself and your technique and your status on somebody else. Don't be that person that does a technique for like 5 moves, and then they ask what's next. No. What you should be doing is working on whatever technique that your instructor or master gives you, and you should be practicing until they tell you to stop or we're going to go on to the next technique. Don't be that person, I've done my block 5 times. I know it, yep, no problem. Or I've done my kick 5 times, yep, I know what's next. I want as much information as I can. Quick. Take your time. Get good at technique. Get good at the basics. There's a reason why it takes so long to get to black belt, and then why it even takes longer to go from different degrees of black. So the higher degree of black, the longer it takes. Because they want you to work on the fundamentals and the basic, and the intermediate, and advanced technique. They want you to become a master of each repetition, each technique. And that takes time, not just how many reps, but it also takes actual time, like hours, days, whatever. That's why people can't get to black belt in 1 year. You just don't have enough time for your body and your mind to compete. So don't be the person that only wants to practice 5 moves and then goes on next. So today we went over 10 things that you don't want to do if you want to be a really good martial arts student. Now, next week, we're going to cover another 10 things in part 2 of this series. If you were to watch today's video and watch next week's video, you will hopefully avoid a lot of those mistakes, and your martial arts journey will be a lot easier and more pleasant, and you're going to learn a lot more. In the meantime, make sure you check out another video over here, and check out next week's video here at Master Johnson's Field YouTube channel.